Hello, good evening, friends. Welcome once again to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. And my dear friends, I am Gourav Gupta and I welcome all of you to our next session of XAT 2022 popular questions, in which we are going to discuss XAT previous year question papers of data interpretation. Okay. Now, for this particular lecture, I've selected some, basically, I've handpicked some wonderful questions of data interpretations from previous year's XAT paper. Yes, so we are going to solve DI sets of XAT 2021, the sets which have appeared in the previous year. Now, before I start with this session, can you please quickly confirm by writing yes or no in the chat box if I'm clearly audible to all of you or not? So come on, quickly tell me if I am clearly audible to all of you. Let me see. Okay, so there is a student who has already asked for some of the tips for DI. So don't worry. The name is not clear. So your name is me and my backpack. So whatever name is, yes, definitely I'll be giving you some tips, some wonderful tips to handle data interpretation, especially in XAT. Now, some of the biggest examinations are already over. So what we can say is our next big examination is XAT, and XAT basically is considered by XLRI and some other colleges like XIM Bhubaneswar, Goa Institute of Management, SPJ in Mumbai, and various other colleges. Now, this participation of such big colleges in XAT examination makes this examination a very big examination. Now we are left with just 4 to 5 days, and in these 4 to 5 days, obviously, I'm sure that you all must be working on your data interpretation. So in these 4 or 5 days, whatever time is remaining, what we have to do is we have to strategize. We have to make some strategies so that we can maximize our score in order to take care of sectional as well as overall cutoffs for XLRI, BM, and HR program. All right. Vritika has just confirmed that I'm audible. Thank you, Vritika. Me and my backpack is asking, sir, I've not practiced much of DI yet. What can I do to solve some questions in XAT? So definitely I'll take you through the different ways of attempting questions in data interpretation. Now, first of all, we'll have to understand this data interpretation of XAT. All right. Now, what I'll say is, unlike CAT examination where DI was very logical, in this case, you will see some calculative DI as well. All right. Now, the level of difficulty as far as XAT 2021 was concerned, the level of difficulty of data interpretation was not too high. Okay, and same is the level of difficulty that we have find in the previous year examinations. All right. So if I talk about last year's QADI section, so there were 3 sets of data interpretation having 3 questions each. So there were a total of 9 questions from data interpretation, out of which today I have selected 2 sets. Okay. What I'll say is these 2 sets were very easy, and in XAT 2021 or in XAT normally every year, what happens is we have plenty of time. हमारे पास बहुत time होता है, हम पेपर को आराम से solve कर सकते हैं. So what you have to do is you have to be very selective, look at some easy questions and finish them. Okay, यहाँ पे हमारे पास टाइम बहुत होता है. Again, I am repeating this particular thing, this particular fact about XAT, that you have plenty of time in XAT examination. It's just that you have to be very selective. Okay, so select these questions properly and try for a good accuracy. Try to achieve 80 to 90% accuracy when it comes to QADI section. All right. So if we talk about the DI questions last year, I've picked 2 sets for this lecture. I'm not saying that the third set was difficult. The third set was also doable. But I've selected these 2 sets, and you will see that these 2 sets are pretty easy. Now, one of the sets I can even compare it with the level of difficulty of Narsi Munji or Snap. इतने ज़्यादा easy questions भी आ सकते हैं ZAT में. So generally we have a mindset that ZAT के अंदर difficult questions ही आते हैं. Okay, so yes, ZAT is about difficult questions, but it is also about selecting some easy questions from that bucket of difficult or like difficult looking questions. Okay, so let's have a look at these sets. All right, friends. So it's already 5 minutes past 9 o'clock. So it's time to start with these sets. All right. So set number one will be there on your screen in a few seconds. So just try to look at what this set is trying to say, what this set is trying to ask. Okay. So the general data of this set is in front of you now, and it will be followed by three questions. So question says that read the following scenario and answer the questions that follows. The following plot, which is there on the left hand side, the following plot describes the height in centimeters, weight in kgs, age in years, and gender, F for female and M for male, of 20 patients visiting a hospital. So this data is about 20 patients, their height, their weight, their gender, and their age. So these are the four parameters that is shown in this plot. Now further they have described BMI of a person, body mass index. So a person's BMI is calculated as the weight in kg divided by squared height. So what we'll do is we'll take the weight in kg, we'll divide it by the square of the height when height is measured in meters. So please don't ignore such things in brackets. So they are mentioning that the height should be in meters. Now in this plot, you can see that the height is given in centimeters. So you'll convert the height in meters and then calculate the BMI of this person. All right. So person's BMI is calculated as weight divided by the square of the height when height is measured in meters. They have given an example as well. All right. Now, further information, they are saying that starting from this line, a person with BMI less than or equal to 18.5. So if BMI is less than or equal to 18.5, wait, I'll write it on the right hand side. Okay, so if BMI is less than or equal to 18.5, so I can say that the person is considered as overweight. So less than 18.5 BMI, the person will be overweight. Above 18.5 but less than or equal to 25, the person will be having normal weight. Above 25 but less than or equal to 30, the person will be overweight, and above 30, the person will be obese. All right. So this is the entire data that is given to us. Now let's move on to the question. So first of all, I'll show this plot properly. So on the full screen, you can see this is the type of chart that is given to us. Now the blue dots will represent females and the red dots will represent males. The age will be represented by the intensity of the dot. So जो भी सबसे छोटा वाला dot है, it will be age 50 patients, then 60, then 70 and 80. So in this graph, you will see this smallest of the dots. So this is for the patients whose age is 50. Okay. Next bigger dot, I'll just take an example here. So this one. So this will be age 60. इससे बड़ा वाला डॉट ये दिख रहा है. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो 60. इससे बड़ा वाला डॉट ये है 70 एंड सबसे बड़ा डॉट ये है, it will be age 80. All right, so the patients are having different ages which will be shown by this intensity of the dot. All right, then on the y axis they are giving the weight in terms of kg, and on the x axis height is given in centimeters. Careful, while calculating BMI you have to divide the weight by height square when height is taken in meters. Okay, now let's move on to the first question. So this is the very basic data that was given. Okay, and the students who are afraid, yes Vritika, 60 and 70 looks similar, but if you'll compare this one and this one, you will find the difference between them. Okay, though they are looking similar, but 60 wala thoda sa chota hai as compared to the 71. Okay, so you look at them carefully. So again, if I'll compare this one and this one, so ऊपर वाला जो dot है वो 60 है, नीचे वाला थोड़ा सा बड़ा है, it is 70, right? Okay, wonderful. So अब questions की तरफ चलते हैं. So data बहुत simple सा है, data मुझे समझ में आ रहा है. Now let's see if the questions are as easy or as simple as this data. Okay, so question number 1 is asking us to find out the average age So careful about each and every parameter. The average age of the female patients who weigh 50 kg or above is approximately how much? Okay, so first of all, we'll have to look at female patients, that means blue dots, and who weigh 50 kg or above. 50 kg or above is this. So ये जो horizontal line है 50 kg का, so इसके touch कर रहा हो या फिर इससे ऊपर हो, we'll have to select all those blue dots. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we have 5 such dots. I have quickly marked them with arrows. Okay. Now this one is having the age of 50. So I have to find out their average ages. So I'll quickly write their ages. This one is 50 once again. This one 60. This one is 70. And the last one, the biggest of the dots, is 80. So there are 5 patients whose weight is above 50 kg or equal to 50 kg. Okay, their ages are 50, 50, 60, 70, and 80. I'll add all these values. Some of these values is coming out to be 310. Divided by 5 will be their average, and that is 62. So I could find the exact average. They were asking the approximate answer, but I have got the exact answer. So answer will be 62, and that is option D. Now, my dear friends, you will not find an easier question than this in XAT examination. Now, XAT examination, whose reputation is of giving some difficult questions, I don't find this question to be a difficult one. And this is the exact question of XAT 2021. All right. Now let's move on to the next one. Yes, Vritika and Shubhendu, your answers are absolutely correct. Wonderful. Good that you are participating. Now I want all those students who are there in this lecture to participate, to write their answers as soon as possible they get it. Okay, fine. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 2. They're asking the BMI of the oldest person considered as normal weight. Okay, so we have to first of all pick up the oldest person, calculate the BMI, and we'll have to check if this BMI is lying in the range of the BMI of a person having normal weight. I'll go back to the previous data, the common data. Normal weight वाले का BMI कितना था? It was 18.5 up till 25. I'll show you once again. So the person having BMI above 18.5 but less than or equal to 25 is considered as normal weight. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to first of all pick up the oldest people, calculate their BMI, and I will be picking the BMI of those patients, or I'll be picking up the value of the BMI which is lying in the range of 18.5 and 25. Okay, now let's quickly mark the oldest people. Oldest people, that means of age 80. So I have this one, okay, this one, and this one. So there are 3 patients having the age of 80. All right. Now let me call this as first, this as second, and this one as third. Now for the first person, I'll calculate the BMI. So BMI will be weight divided by the square of the height. Okay, now weight here is just above 40, so I'll write it as 41, and the height is 150 centimeters. I'll write it as 1.5 and the square of this value. All right, अब 1.5 को मैं 3/2 भी लिख सकता हूं. So 3/2 का square क्या हो जाएगा? 9/4. So 41 upon 9 into 4. So this will be approximately 164 upon 9. Now 164 upon 9 value कितनी होगी? 164 upon 9. This will be somewhere around 18 point. So exactly calculate कर लेते हैं इसे. So 9, 74, 82, 20, 18.2 के आसपास value आएगी. Okay, so for the first person, the BMI is 18.2. It is not lying in the range that we are looking for. Let's talk about the second person. A second person, the weight is just above 45. So I will consider it as 46. And the height is 175 centimeters. So I'll write it as 1.75 square. ऑलराइट, नाउ 1.75 को अगर फ्रैक्शन में चेंज करना है, इट विल बी 7/4. ओके, सो 46 अपॉन 7/4 होल स्क्वायर, तो 7 स्क्वायर इज 49 एंड यहां पे 16 आ जाएगा. अब इस वैल्यू को देखते ही पता चल रहा है दैट दिस हैज टू बी लेस देन 16. 46 upon 49 will be less than 1. Multiply by 16, so value will be less than 16. Okay, so any value which is less than 16, so I'll not be considering this value as well because this is not lying in our BMI range. Finally, the third one, which has to be the answer, but still I have to do the calculations. So this is 61 upon, again 1.75, so I'll write it as 49 into 16. Height तो same ही है. Alright, so 61 into 16 divided by 49. अब इसको कैलकुलेट करना है, ठीक है. 61 into 16 divided by 49. अब इसको कैलकुलेट करेंगे. This is a very basic calculation. Multiplication करना है and then divide करना है. Okay, so once you will calculate this, this value will come out to be somewhere around 20, approximately 20 answer आ जाएगा. I'm not doing these calculations because this is a very basic calculation, all right, and answer that will mark will be option E. Now guys, understand one thing, जैसा मैंने बोला था ZAT के एग्जामिनेशन में हमारे पास टाइम बहुत होता है. So अगर हमने ये वाला select, if we have already selected this very easy set, देखने में भी easy है, questions are also not difficult, so what you can do is you can afford to spend around 2 to 3 minutes on any question which you believe that you will solve correctly. Okay, so you have faith कि यार ये तो बहुत easy question है, मैं easily इसको answer कर सकता हूं. So definitely invest around 2 to 3 minutes in that question. You can afford to do that. All right, ठीक है, आगे चलते हैं. The third question. The highest BMI among all the patients is approximately. My God, अब मुझे highest BMI देखना है. Now BMI का definition क्या था? It was weight divided by the square of the height. Alright. Now if I draw a line like this, a random line, okay, so I can say that the BMI will increase if the weight will increase and the height will decrease. Okay, again, BMI, you can see that is directly proportional to the weight. So this is BMI, how it is defined is directly proportional to the weight and is inversely proportional to the square of the height. So since it is directly proportional to the weight, so अगर weight increase होगा तो BMI will also increase, and height अगर decrease होगी तो BMI will also decrease. Okay, fine. So what I should be doing is I should be looking at the patients which are lying above this line. जो मैंने एक hypothetical line draw किया है, so I should be looking at the patients which are lying above this line. Okay, because इस line के ऊपर weight and height का जो ratio होगा वो increase होगा. Especially I should be looking at the patients जिनका weight ज्यादा है like this and height कम है. So I can consider this person, I can consider this person, and I can consider this person. Okay, so if you look at their lines, vertical lines, इनका weight सबसे ज्यादा है. So on a vertical line of 150, obviously the BMI of this patient will be higher as compared to BMI of this patient. Similarly, on the vertical line of 160 जिसकी height है, okay, so 160 height है, so जिसका weight सबसे ज्यादा होगा उसका BMI सबसे ज्यादा होगा, right? So that is why I have selected these particular patients. Okay, अब इनका BMI चेक करते हैं. So again यहाँ पे तीन patients का BMI calculate करना है. This will hardly take 1.5 to 2 minutes and I can afford to spend that much time on a question. So one of the student was asking कि sir मैंने तो practice की नहीं है DI की, so how should I be going about data interpretation in XAT? So those in XAT you will find easy questions as well, okay, on which you can spend time. This paper is not like Snap where you'll be giving 1 minute on an average for every question. Okay, so you will have good amount of time. ऐसा नहीं है 5 या 6 minutes spend करने हैं. You don't need to spend 5 to 6 minutes, but any question which is doable in 2 to 3 minutes, you must pick that one. All right. Okay, so let's talk about these persons individually. First, second and third, again मैंने number कर दिया है. So for the first person, BMI will be, so weight is little above 55, so I can take it as 56 divided by 1.5 square. Now 1.5 square, it will be 3 by 2 or 9 by 4. 3 by 2 का square 9 by 4 आ जाएगा. तो 56 into 4 upon 9. So that is 224 upon 9. All right. So this is somewhere around, I can say 9 से divide करना है तो 2 and 5. 25 के आसपास value आ जाएगी. All right. ऑप्शंस में 25 के आसपास कोई वैल्यू नहीं है. ऑब्वियसली ऑप्शन हैज सम बिगर वैल्यूज. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट सेकंड पर्सन. सेकंड पर्सन, द वेट इज समवेयर अराउंड 69 एंड द हाइट इज 1.6. सो 1.6 को हम क्या लिख सकते हैं? आई कैन राइट इट एज 8/5. स्क्वायर किया तो 64 into 25. ओके, सो 25 into 1 point something, this will be the value. Okay. Similarly, for the third person, I'm just keeping it on hold. Similarly, for the third person, weight is somewhere around 78 and height is 1.7. So 1.7 ka square. All right. So I can write it as 7800 upon 289. All right. So I have two calculations to do. Now, first calculations for the second person is 25 into 69 divided by 64. Okay, so this will be somewhere around 26. All right, अब ये वाली कैलकुलेशन करते हैं. 280 की जगह 290 ले लेते हैं. So this will be around 2000. 289 को 7 से मल्टीप्लाई किया 1400 1900. All right, so 27 के आसपास ये वाला वैल्यू आएगा. All right. Now, among the options, I have a value which is 27, which I can easily mark my answer as. Okay, sir, how are you taking the ratio like 4 by 9? Yes, Ria, I'll just quickly explain you. Now, Ria, if you understand that in this question, they have mentioned that BMI is calculated as weight upon height square, and height is to be taken in terms of meters. All right. Now, a person having 150 centimeters as the height. So, इसका height अगर 150 centimeters है, I'll convert it into meters and that will be 1.5 meters. 1.5 is equal to 3 by 2. All right. Now, height square है denominator में, so square of 3 by 2 will be 9 by 4. So, that is why I'm putting height as 9 by 4. So, if I divide weight, which is 56, so 56 divided by 9 by 4, answer it will be 56 into 4 divided by 9. Okay, fine. All right, yes Anand, DI is not too tough. Okay, ठीक है. अभी ये वाला क्वेश्चन देख के आपको ऐसा लग रहा है, but when you are actually sitting in the examination hall, then you can ask yourself if the DI is tough or not. So it's just our mentality. ठीक है, if we are well prepared, if we are confident, it will not be very tough. All right. Okay. So it's just holding your horses, keeping your calm at the time of examination, and picking the right set of questions. All right. So this was one of the sets, friends, we have discussed, which has appeared in XAT the last year. Okay. एक और set देखते हैं, and you will start having a faith on yourself that this year as well, DI can be your savior. Okay, ऐसा जरूरी नहीं है कि DI के पीछे ही पड़ जाओ. Just look at the questions of DI, enter into the questions of DI. अगर वो easy लगते हैं उनको solve करो, and then spend the remaining time on the questions of quant. All right. Okay. Now let's take one more set from the same examination of XAT 2021. Okay. I mentioned that there were 3 sets in total. I've just picked 2 sets for this lecture. Also, that doesn't mean the third set was not doable. The third set, I will put it in the category of medium difficulty level, but these 2 sets that I've picked, I'll put them in like below medium level of difficulty. So let's have a look at the second set. Now, second set will be a little confusing. It is totally based on ratios. Okay, so it is how good you are to handle a lot of numbers together. Okay, numbers which are not very big. So this is the second question. The data is mentioned on 2 pages. Okay, so read the following scenario and answer the questions that follow. A quick survey at the end of a purchase at buyagain.com asks the following three questions. So normal survey hota hai after purchase. Okay, so the survey has three questions. So first question is, are you shopping at the website for the first time? A purchaser will answer yes or no. Okay, so am I the first timer or not? Fine. Specify your gender, male or female, and how satisfied you are. So there are three categories: happy, neutral, and unhappy. All right, so these are the three answers. These are the three questions that were asked by each purchaser, which he or she has to answer. All right, now the data further is given that 240 shoppers answer the survey, among whom 65 are first time shoppers. So I can say that 240 shoppers ने answer किया है, 65 are first timers. So I can say that 240 minus 65, that is 175, will be the repeaters. Okay, first time shoppers out of 240 is 65. So repeaters will be 240 minus 65, that is 175. Furthermore, statement number 1, the ratio of number of male to female shoppers is 1:2. A quick calculation, 240 को मुझे divide करना है 1:2 के ratio में. So number of males will be 80 and number of females will be 160. Easy to handle data. All right. Further, while the ratio of numbers of unhappy, happy and neutral shoppers, so third question का भी answer दिया है. So इनका ratio कितना है? 3:4:5. So again 240 to be divided in the ratio 3:4:5. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 is 12. 240 divided by 12 is 20. So the numbers will be 3 into 20, that is 60, 80 and 100. All right. So this is the number of unhappy, happy and neutral shoppers respectively. So the first statement is completely used. All right. आगे चलते हैं. Second statement, the ratio of numbers of happy first time male shoppers. Okay, अब ये 6 values हैं, उनका ratio दिया हुआ है 1:1:4:4:6:6. So अब जो भी ratio solve करके आएगा, I'll be using the values x, x, 4x, 4x, 6x and 6x. I'll be using these values. All right. Am I clear? So let us form a table now. So first of all, first bifurcation will be on the basis of the answer for the first question, that are you the first time user? So first time user, if I'll answer yes, I am the first time user. If the answer is no, I am a repeater. Then the bifurcation will be according to male, female. So first time user, male, female, repeater, male, female. All right. So this will be the answer to the second question. All right. And finally, if I'm happy, unhappy or neutral, which is the answer for the third question. Okay, so basis that, I will make a table like this. So all of you can see this table on your screens, right? So answer to the first question, yes or no. So let's write their numbers. So first time users kitne the? 65 and repeaters 240 minus 65, that is 175 repeaters were there. Now total number of males 80, total number of males, females 160. Happy, unhappy and neutral, the numbers were 60, 80 and 100 respectively. All right. Now let's decode the second statement. अब मजा आएगा यहाँ पे. So all of you focus here. The way I'm solving this one. Now it says that the ratio of number of happy first time, be careful, happy first time male shoppers. Happy first time male shoppers, that means this. Happy returning male shoppers. Happy returning male shoppers, that means this value. All right. So अब इनका value क्या है? Their values are in the ratio 1:1:4:4:6:6. So I'll keep on writing their values as x, x, 4x, 4x, 6x, 6x. Okay. So this value is x. This value is also x. All right. So happy first time male shoppers, done. Happy returning male shoppers, done. Careful. unhappy female shoppers. Now, unhappy female shoppers, they are in two categories, this one and this one. So in दोनों का sum कितना हो जाएगा? It will be equal to 4x. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll start using some variables, some other variables, a and b. So let's say this is a and this is b, and I can write that a plus b will be equal to 4x. Okay, so this was unhappy female shoppers. Next, neutral male shoppers. Now, neutral male shoppers, okay, again they are in two categories, so I'll number them C and D. So write the equation again, C plus D is 4x. Okay, neutral female shoppers, so neutral female shoppers E and F, so E plus F is equal to 6x. And finally, happy female shoppers. So happy female shoppers, let's say G and H. So G plus H is also 6x. All right, इतना क्लियर हो गया, ठीक है? अब आगे चलते हैं. Let's try to find out the value of x. अभी इतना डेटा के बाद हम x की वैल्यू बहुत इजीली फाइंड आउट कर सकते हैं. Now look at the number of happy shoppers. Number of happy shoppers अगर मैं x की टर्म्स में कैलकुलेट करने की कोशिश करूं, so it is x, x and g plus h. g plus h कितना है? 6x. So number of happy customers is in total 8x. Also from the first statement, the number of happy customers is 80. So I can write that 8x is equal to 80. So the value of x will be equal to 10. All right, I've already got the value of x. Now wherever you want to, you can put it. So this will be 40, 40, 60, 60, and this is 10. I'll circle it in the table. This is 10. I'll circle it in the table. Okay, so this is what I have obtained on the basis of first and second statement. ठीक है? Again, I'm telling you, इतना difficult नहीं है ये. Okay, it is actually doable question. Now let's move further to the third statement. Now, among the first time shoppers, that means they are talking about this part. Among the first time shoppers, that means the people who have given yes as an answer to the first question. Okay, so among the first time users, the ratio of number of happy male, so happy male is this one, the value is already there, 10. Okay, so the ratio is 1, 1, 1, 2. This is the ratio. Okay, so x is already written, so I'll be writing the ratio in terms of x. So number of happy male I've already written. Number of neutral male, so neutral male is this value. That means this is also x. Okay, I'll write its value as 10. Okay, unhappy female, that means this value is also 10. All right, and the remaining female shoppers, that means the sum of these two, and the ratio is twice, double. So g plus e, the value of g plus e is given as 2x or 20. Okay, from this data, right? Okay, while the number of happy first time female shoppers, that means g is equal to number of unhappy first time male shoppers. So g can be kept here as well, unhappy first time male shoppers. Okay, so this is equal to g, ये दोनों. All right, okay. अब इन वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करना शुरू करते हैं. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, आई ऑलरेडी नो द वैल्यू ऑफ c. c is 10. So c is 10. Putting it here, the value of d will become 30. Done. Next, the value of a is 10. So the value of b will also be 30. Am I clear? All right. अब धीरे धीरे सबकी वैल्यूज मिलना शुरू हो जाएंगी. नाउ g plus e का वैल्यू कितना है? 20. सो दिस कंप्लीट वैल्यू, इन दोनों का सम कितना है? 20. Now look at all the first time shoppers. फर्स्ट टाइम शॉपर्स टोटल कितने हैं? आई मीन जिसने फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन का आंसर यस दिया है, so this value is 65. That means the sum of all these variables should be 65. Okay, अब इन सारे वेरिएबल्स में क्या क्या है? So I'll start with g plus 10 कितनी बार है? 3 बार 10 है तो 30 आ जाएगा, प्लस g plus e. g plus e का वैल्यू ऑलरेडी 20 पता है, and this is 65. So from here I've got the value of g as 15. So g का वैल्यू भी 15 आ गया, इसको फटाफट पुट कर दो. 15, g is 15, g plus e was 20, तो e का वैल्यू कितना आ जाएगा? It will be 5. Okay, the value of e is 5. E plus f is known as 60, so f will be 55. This value is also over. G plus h was 60, where g is 15, so h will be 45. All right, now there is only one blank which is left. Okay, so one blank जो बचा हुआ है, unhappy users का डेटा चेक कर लो. unhappy का कितना नंबर होना चाहिए? 60. So unhappy is 60. Okay, so out of which 15, 10 and 30 is already known. So 40, 50, 55. So this value will be equal to 5. Very simple case. All right, so I hope some of you were able to understand this thing. अगर किसी को कोई भी पार्ट समझ में नहीं आया, so please go back, थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड करो, थोड़ा सा पीछे जाओ, scroll back and look at that particular part. All right, clear? Okay, now Ria, you have written it as something as 25. Okay, so I think तुमने delete कर दिया, ठीक है. So that was by mistake, you must have written. Okay, so this is the entire table that I have, right? Now I can move ahead. So अभी इस टेबल को बनाने में मुझे कितना टाइम लगा होगा? Let's say 5 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe 7 minutes. So even if I've taken 7 to 8 minutes, based on this, I'll be able to answer 3 questions. All right, 3 questions, a big deal in XAT examination, right? Okay, so let's move on to the questions. So इस टेबल को थोड़ा सा फेयर आउट कर लेते हैं. So this is the table that we have obtained. Now the table, I'll make it available with all the questions. So what is the number of happy male shoppers? Now happy male shoppers. So happy male shoppers, even if they are first time shoppers or they are repeaters, doesn't matter. So happy male shoppers, they are in these two categories. 10 plus 10, answer is 20. All right, okay, so that was question number 4. Question number 5, which among the following cannot be determined uniquely? So option A बोल रहा है all the numbers can be determined uniquely. I can see that in table I have each and every number. Still एक बार B, C, D, E options देख लेते हैं. The number of returning unhappy female. Returning unhappy female, I have the number which is 30. The number of first time happy male. First time happy male, I have the number as 10. The number of first time neutral male. First time neutral male, I have the number again 10. The number of returning male. So returning male shoppers. So returning male shoppers is this sum. Again, I have the number as 45. Okay, so I can say that all the numbers can be uniquely determined. Answer will be option A. The savvy girl, yes, your answer is absolutely correct. Okay, all right. Next, question number 6. So I'll give all of you a few seconds. Can you please quickly mark your answer? A, B, C, D, E. Which among the following is the lowest? Vritika, uniquely determined means जिसकी हम वैल्यू, यूनिक वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं. Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say we were unable to calculate the values of this, but we know the sum of these two as 15. So if the sum of these two is 15, okay, Let's say after doing each and everything, I got the sum of these two as 15. So 15 sum hai, so values can be 0 or 15, 1 and 14, 2 and 13 and so on. So I would not be able to get their value uniquely. Okay. All right. So answer क्या होना चाहिए इस question का? Which of the following is the lowest? Number of neutral first time female. So neutral first time female number is 5. अब यार टेबल में तो 5 से लोअर नंबर है ही नहीं कोई. Okay, so can I say that A has to be the answer? Still time है मेरे पास, लिख लेता हूं. Unhappy first time male shoppers. Unhappy first time male 15. Neutral first time male. Neutral first time male is 10. Unhappy first time female. Unhappy first time female is 10. Happy returning male. Happy returning male is 10. So obviously the lowest among these numbers is option A, and that has to be the answer. So Jasmine, Sevi girl, Srijan, Soumya, Kiran, Ratika, yes, all of you are absolutely correct, and thank you for participating in this lecture. All right. So friends, you all have seen that how easy can be the sets that have appeared in data interpretation in XAT exams can be. All right. So it's just the matter of being confident. Abhishek is saying exam में ये set करने में error की probability high है. Abhishek, what I'll say is after XAT examination, the probability of getting selected to XLRI, BM or HR program is also very low. Okay, so if the probability that you will commit mistake is high, that means your chances of getting into XLRI becomes low. So after this much amount of practice, like you must be studying for more than a month for that examination, or you must be studying for more than 2 or 3 months for these MBA entrance examinations. So I expect this much amount of carefulness from each and every student who is looking for an admission to XLRI program. All right. So please don't commit a mistake. You can be a little slower in this examination, but make sure that you are attaining a good amount of accuracy. All right. Accuracy is very important. Speed, you can compromise with speed a little bit. ऐसा नहीं है कि compromise पूरा ही करके बैठ जाओ. नहीं. At least कुछ questions तो attempt करने हैं ना, so that you'll be able to clear the cutoff. So you can compromise with speed up to a certain extent, but try not to compromise with the accuracy. All right. So that is what I'll have to say to all of you. On this note, I'll end this session with a very good luck to all of you for XAT examination. Also, some important things. You can join us for XAT 2022 detailed exam analysis and question discussion on 2nd January, that is immediately after the examination at 3 p.m. So the highlights are expected cutoff will be telling you, difficulty level of the question, examination pattern, and most importantly, the good number of attempts in order to clear the sectional as well as the overall cutoffs. So do join us on 2nd January at 3 p.m. live on YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Also, you must be knowing about the series that we are going on, last lap to XAT 2022. So up till this point, the sessions are already done. There are 3 more sessions, 29th, 30th and 31st of December. Geometry, numbers, modern maths by Saral sir, verbal logic and grammar by Pradeep sir, and essay writing by Savitri ma'am. So do attend these sessions. Essay writing is also there, my dear friends. Okay. Next is people who are done with these examinations or who will be done with these examinations and are looking for an ideal program for group discussion and PI preparation. So please do join this program on BYJU'S Exam Prep. So these are certain highlights that are written about this entire program. And your sessions will be taken by Srinivas sir, who is an IIM Indore alumni, and Gautam Bawa sir, who is an IIM Calcutta alumni. All right. People who are looking for CAT 2022 program, they can join the batch that is given on the right hand side. If you want a revision for some of the remaining examinations, you can join our exclusive batch for SNAP, NARSI, Munji, TestNet, XAT and IFT preparation. All right. Okay. Savvy girl, you are asking, sir, what is the sectional cutoff for quant and XAT? Savvy girl, the cutoffs are not decided before the examination, they'll be decided after the examination. So for XAT 2022, I cannot say anything about the cutoffs. So we'll be talking about these cutoffs, expected cutoffs on 2nd of January at 3 p.m. All right, so do join us. Friends, this is the list of experts that we have on our panel. That's all from my side, friends. If you like this session, do quickly press a like button right now, comment, share, and subscribe our channel. That's all from my side. Thank you. Thank you very much, all of you, for attending this session. Okay, one more thing. So Abhishek, you have asked what for unattempted question. Now this year they have mentioned that above 8 questions, if you're leaving any question unattempted, then there will be a deduction of 0.1 marks. Now, my dear friends, don't come under this pressure. What happens is people see that there is negative marking for unattempted questions and they start attempting questions. Okay, so over attempting, so they start over attempting questions. Understand that there is more negative marking for incorrect answer than unattempted questions. Okay, so don't be afraid of this kind of negative marking. Okay, so do attempt questions correctly and leave behind the other unattempted question, because there is more negative marking for incorrect answer as compared to unattempted questions. So just ignore this particular thing altogether. All right, on this note, I wish all of you and a very good luck for XAT 2022 examination. Keep coming to our channel for some wonderful facts and for some wonderful information. Have a good day. Bye bye.